how to double your church on Easter. All right, so in this video, I'm actually going to break down a framework that you can use to double your church on Easter. In fact, I did this at a friend of mine's church, right? He came to me and said, hey, man, we're running about 140 people. We just need help getting the word out for Easter, right? So I helped him. We actually ran this play, right? This framework that I'm going to walk you through in this video, right? And his church of 140 had 287 people on Easter Sunday. And the best part is that they then springboarded into the summer and they averaged 180 throughout the entire summer, right? So that church went from 140 to 180 and rode that wave all the way through the summer because they had 287 people on Easter and they used this framework to do it. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, what's up, y'all? My name's Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. This channel is dedicated to creating insanely practical resources and church growth ideas. And this video is going to be no different, right? We're going to walk you through exactly what we do. Now, I actually take a group of churches through this exact playbook every single year during Easter. And right now, I'm just going to walk you guys through it so you can actually do this at your church. All right, so here's the deal. Clarity is king. So you want to strive for clarity instead of cleverness, right? I like to say it like this: clarity beats clever every single time. Okay, now what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times churches are guilty of making some type of like crazy name for their church events. Something like the Mistletoe Mania Jingle Ball Holidays Extravaganza, right? That's pretty long and no one's ever going to remember that, right? And it might actually be kind of clever, but we want clarity over cleverness, right? It's not clear. Instead, a really good name might actually just be Easter at Belief Church, right? Or the Easter egg hunt at Belief Church, or the Belief Church Easter party, right? Or photos with the, or family pictures with the Easter bunny at Belief Church. Now, I know I'm going to get probably a ton of comments and a ton of people frustrated about the Easter bunny, but that's okay. I'm just going to delete those comments anyway. Okay, so step one, we want to create the name of it. Step two, we have to answer the why, right? Why should someone who lives in your city, who's far from God, why should they care about your event, right? And really what we want to do is we want to answer the question, what's in it for them? So if you're telling somebody about your Easter event, right, and they're like, well, what's in it for me, right? All of your messaging on email, on your website, on social media, right, on any invite cards that you hand out, all of the messaging has to answer that question, what's in it for me? Okay, so now that you've got a name, now that you've got your why written out, right, here's what we want to do. We want to start with the stack. Okay, now I'll let you in a little secret. You can actually use this framework for any of your church events and it will work like crazy. I've been teaching this for years. I've been using this for years and it's really, really impactful, right? So we do something that I call an event stack. Let's stack all of the things at the event together. So whenever we talk about it, we're not just saying the Easter egg hunt, right? We're actually talking about all the different things that are going to be there, right? Luke 14:23 says to go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in that my house may be full, right? It's not, hey, stay inside your church and pray that they come in. It's not stay inside your church and hope that they come in, right? Although prayer and hope are good things, right? But go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, right? And a stack of all the great things that are going to be at your event, right, is a compelling argument as to why they should come and what's in it for them. Okay, so before we actually break down some examples of an Easter event stack, let me just address a church myth that I've been hearing out there for years. I hear this all the time, right? And it's just this whole idea that what you attract them with, you have to keep them with, okay? Now, this is one of those things that sounds true, but actually isn't, right? Think about it. Because, right, if you really want to take this as far, that means the sermon you attracted them with, you'll have to keep them with and preach every single Sunday. Obviously not true. Well, what if the pastor who brought them in and preached on Sunday isn't there one Sunday, right? You're going to have to keep them with that? No, obviously we can have multiple pastors and multiple people preaching in there and that kind of stuff, right? Styles are going to change, right? The message of the gospel never changes, but our methods of reaching people with the gospel have to constantly change, right? So So this idea of, what you attract them with is what you keep them with is just not true. For example, I have a bunch of my friends who have actually come out to our church and they got saved at these big, huge events that we've done. So we used to do this giant motorcycle rally every year, right? And it was literally like aimed at like bikers and people who were far from God, right? People, who are coming in, you're like, man, this is a rough crowd, right? We bring them in and we would have a massive, you're talking 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 motorcycles and all the people that come with it and a giant concert and like a car show and a motorcycle show and prizes and all kinds of stuff. We do a giant poker run and everything, right? A lot of the years. And here's the thing, like tons and tons and tons of people, thousands of people got saved at those events. Several of them are my friends. They came out to the motorcycle rally, gave their lives to Christ, right? And now they're plugged into the church. They're married. They have kids, right? And they've been here, some of them for decades. They didn't need a motorcycle rally every single Sunday to come back, right? We use that as a bridge event to bring them in. We didn't need that to keep them. Jesus does that, right? So I've seen the same thing with like, October, like fall festivals and Halloween outreaches or trunk or treats, right? The bottom line is you can use a bridge event to bring people in because we are compelling them to come in, that his house may be full. It's Jesus and the Holy Spirit that gets them to stick. Okay, so here's what I recommend for the stack. I recommend typically 6 or 7 things in your stack is probably good, right? You probably don't want to have more than 7 or 8 at the most. You definitely don't want to have less than 5, right? So for me, that sweet spot's probably right in the 6 to 7 range. And you want to have one kind of giant main thing whenever you're creating a church event, especially for Easter, right? One giant main thing and then a bunch of other cool things, right? And those like cool, fun things, could be different types of like foods and drink. It can be different like things for families. It can be fun things for kids, right? So you want to kind of think in that vein. I'll give you some examples here in just a second, right? So, but for that one main thing, right? Something like an Easter egg hunt, or one of my favorites is a rooftop candy drop, right? You don't need anything to do this. You just climb up on the roof and throw candy off the roof and kids think it's amazing, right? I've seen some churches call this candy rain. You don't even need a rooftop. Either give the kids umbrellas or, in my opinion, right, just get them back, right? Start throwing candy off the roof and then let the kids go get it, right? So they're not getting pelted in the face by Jolly Ranchers. Pictures with the Easter Bunny. I love this one, right? Especially like unsafe people like love this. Everybody wants to have cute pictures of their kids with Santa and the Easter Bunny and all that kind of stuff. So that one works great. Easter Carnival is another one that works really, really well. Candy Catapult is a really cool one. I've seen churches do like candy volcanoes and all kinds of stuff, right? Doesn't matter. It's just something that sounds out of the ordinary, right? Sounds different than what everybody else is doing for Easter. It can be really, really cool. Okay, so let me give you 2 examples of what an Easter stack could look like. Okay, so for the first one, your main thing could be a rooftop candy drop, right? So you would say, right, like free rooftop candy drop, free Easter egg hunt with 5,000 eggs, free bouncy houses and inflatables, free face painting, free family photos with the Easter Bunny, free sweet tea, lemonade, coffee, donuts, chocolate covered pretzels and popcorn, and of course, more free candy than your kids can handle. Now, when you see this stack, like all laid out, right? And then you want to take that stack and you want to put it everywhere. You put it on your website, on your Easter landing page. You want to put it on your invite cards. You want to put it on your Facebook and Instagram ads and all your social media posts. Everywhere that you talk about the rooftop candy drop, right? You're going to want to put this whole stack, right? And I know that sounds like more than 7 or 8 things, right? But you're going to group some of those together, right? So rooftop candy drop, Easter egg hunt with 5,000 eggs, really important to say how many eggs. Here's the cool thing. If you just say Easter egg hunt with 500 eggs, that sounds like a lot to people, right? Most people don't know how many eggs is a lot of eggs. They've never counted before. But if all these different places, right? Because you got like the community center and like your local gym, right? And all these different places talking about an Easter egg hunt. If you're the only one saying how many eggs there are, a lot more people are going to choose you, right? So rooftop candy drop, Easter egg hunt with 5,000 eggs, free bouncy houses and inflatables, right? That's 3 things. Now, free face painting. I love this because it activates volunteers and it's almost free, right? The face painting materials cost like $2 or something. Free family photos with the Easter Bunny. Then you can group all the free food together, right? Free sweet tea, lemonade, coffee, donuts, chocolate covered pretzels, and popcorn can all be like number 6. And then finally, number 7, right? And of course, more free candy than your kids can handle. That's a great sample Easter stack. Here's another one. Sample Easter stack number 2 is an Easter egg hunt. So you can say, hey, we've got a free Easter egg hunt with 1,000 eggs. We've also got free carnival games, right? Free inflatables, free prizes, free face painting, free family photos, plus tons of giveaways, prizes, and more free candy. Okay, again, we're hit that sweet spot of like 7 things, and that's not going to cost a lot of money. So if maybe you have a smaller budget for Easter, right, you could still do an Easter egg hunt with 1,000 eggs. You can even have families come in and donate the eggs full of candy, right? Like you can make some carnival games. You could probably rent 1 or 2 bounce houses or inflatables, right? Like free prizes, you can get those from the dollar store, right? Free face painting, that's really cheap. Free family photos, like you can literally take photos on an iPhone, or you can just set up like a step and repeat, right? Where you just set up like kind of a cool background that's all completely handmade. You've got somebody in an Easter bunny costume, and then you just let parents take their own pictures, right? We do this in my church all the time, and it's awesome. You can have just, extra giveaways, prizes, free candy, that kind of stuff. People are going to love that, right? So those are 2 sample Easter stacks just to kind of get you started. But something like this is going to be really, really attractive to unchurched people when we're inviting them out to Easter. Okay, so let me read you off of my notes here. I've got a couple of ideas, right? Just that I want to give you guys just to kind of help get those juices flowing for your Easter stack, right? Pictures with the Easter bunny, Easter carnival, Easter egg decorating, candy rain, face painting, giveaways, Easter photo booth, free coffee, free hot chocolate. Everybody loves free hot chocolate. Doesn't have to be just at Christmas, right? Free Easter baskets, Easter puppet show, and Easter ornament decorating, carnival games, magic show. Every kid gets a free gift. You can do giveaways. You can do Easter music. You do kids Easter play, live petting zoo. Those are always a lot of fun, right? Candy catapult, glow in the dark Easter egg hunt, black light Easter egg hunt, winter wonderland. What am I talking about here? I guess you could make a winter wonderland in April. I guess it depends on where you're at. I don't know why I put that in my notes, right? Easter treasure hunt. That's always fun, like a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt. Free prizes, pony rides if you're a baller, and or maybe you live in the country and you got some ponies around, right? Like what kid doesn't want a free pony ride, right? So I call these the 3 Fs, right? Food, family, and fun. Whenever you're creating your Easter stack, just think food, family, fun, right? You can group some of those together. Again, I'll just give you guys some examples here on food. You've got food trucks, free candy, Easter cookies, snow cones, hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, candy apples, marshmallow peeps. Come on, can somebody say amen? Cupcakes, cotton candy, grab bags, lemonade or fruit punch, coffee, sweet tea, ice cream, cookies, donuts, or my personal favorite, those like peanut butter, chocolate, Reese's eggs. Those things are bomb. Come on. I hope those things like grow on trees in heaven or something, right? Like surely the Holy Spirit can make that happen, right? Okay, family and fun. Here's some other ones, right? There's a couple in here that we've already repeated, but this is you're gonna get the idea here, right? Easter egg hunt, Easter treasure map, candy raid, face painting, bounce houses, Easter cookie decorating, family photo booth. You could rent some inflatables, free prizes for the dollar store. I already talked about that. Bubbles or a bubble machine. This is awesome, especially for younger kids. Those bubble machines are dope, right? They just you can get a couple of those. They just shoot bubbles everywhere. You put them up high and the bubbles rain down on kids and they just think it's amazing, right? So you can do those like little fake tattoos, whatever. My kids love those, right? Those like little fake tattoos. And you can find ones that are like, Jesus and a cross and that kind of stuff, which is really cool. Paper airplane flying contest. You can do Easter in Hawaii. Come on, somebody. I used to live in Hawaii. Absolutely loved it. Right. You can get a fire truck or an ambulance or a police car, right? To come out and park, like just put like the lights on and that kind of stuff, right? Like kids look inside and take pictures with the police officer and the firefighters and stuff, like, or the EMT. Like, man, kids love that. And it's really, really cool to get them involved in the community. Free balloons or balloon animals. We talk about Easter carnival games. You can hire a magician. You can hire an Easter bunny. You can rent a bunny suit, finger painting station, tiki torches, right? Just to do something a little different for Easter. String lights, Easter themed escape room, right? Escape rooms aren't really my thing, but they're huge right now. You guys get the idea, right? Like basically once you've created this Easter stack, the next thing that you want to do is you want to put it on everything like we talked about. Your website, your Easter landing page, all of your social media stuff. You're going to create like a Facebook event and you're going to put it on there. You're going to invite everybody out. And then what I would do is I would actually go in and then create a targeted Facebook and Instagram ad, right? Not a boosted post. Now it's good to boost a post, right? You can go in there and just say, hey, man, we want to invite you and your family out to our Easter event, right? Our Easter rooftop candy drop. Here's what I would recommend personally. I've found the most traction when you do this event at your Easter services. So not on like the Saturday before Easter or a different day, right? In like March or April and not like after your service. I just like that way when people are like, hey, when is the rooftop candy drop and everything and I just say, hey, it's going down during our Sunday morning services, right? It's during our Easter Sunday services. Then you've got a ton of new families who are coming out to the Easter Sunday services. And then even if you decide to do some of the event stuff afterwards, you can either do it like in class or some of it you may do afterwards, like if it's a giant Easter egg hunt, right? But you're making it part of your Sunday services. You're just doing it after service lets out, if that makes sense, right? Or after all the preaching and everything is done. Okay, let me give you an idea of some copy that you could use for your Facebook ad, right? You could say something like, right? So maybe your headline is free rooftop candy drop, right? I'd use some emojis in there. Right? There's a little like chick in an egg, right? Kind of like an Easter themed emoji. Use a couple of those. Free rooftop candy drop, right? And then the piece of ad copy could say something like this: hey, Tulsa parents, want to give your kids the best Easter ever? Join us on Easter Sunday for a rooftop candy drop, free Easter egg hunt with 5,000 eggs, free bounce houses and inflatables, free face painting, free family photos with the Easter bunny, free sweet tea, lemonade, coffee, donuts, chocolate covered pretzels, and popcorn, and of course, more free candy than your kids can handle. Here is the most important statement of this whole thing. This event is 100% free and open to the public. Okay, this is the magic words right here. Okay, make sure you put this everywhere. Otherwise, you're going to get millions of questions on if this is just for your people, right? If it's free, if it costs anything, and right, if it's open to the public, right? So this event is 100% free and open to the public. You can expect great music, a relevant message from Pastor Ryan, and the friendly atmosphere of Belief Church. All you have to do is click below and plan your visit on the next page so we can save a spot for your kids, make sure they get tons of candy, and hook you up with a free welcome gift. Plan your visit now. We'll see you on Easter Sunday, right? Put the date at 10 a.m. We can't wait to meet you, Pastor Ryan. Okay, so if all you do is you take that, right, and you take that copy and you're putting it everywhere and you're putting that stack on there, that is going to reach a lot of people, and you're gonna have a lot of people show up to that event, right? So now you're just running a Facebook and Instagram ad. You're sending it out to everyone who lives within driving distance of the church. So for me, I typically run ads for our church here in Tulsa about 10 to 15 miles, right? Sometimes if it's a big event like this, I might stretch that out to more like 15 to 20 miles, depending, right? For Easter, you probably could, right? But for most people around, it's probably going to be about 10 to 15 miles is kind of driving distance of your church. And then I'll give you guys one more idea, right, for the ad copy here, just so we're all kind of on the same page, right? Headline number 2 could be like some fire emojis, free Easter egg hunt with 1,000 eggs. All right. And we just might say, free Easter egg hunt with 1,000 eggs. Hey, Tulsa parents, Belief Church is hosting a giant Easter egg hunt Easter Sunday, and then whatever the date is, right, at 11 a.m. Bring the whole family for a fun, safe day and a free Easter egg hunt with 1,000 eggs, free carnival games, free inflatables, free prizes, free face painting, free family photos, plus tons of giveaways, prizes, and free candy. It's like an Easter Disney World right in your own backyard. This event is 100% free and open to the public. All you have to do is click below and plan your visit so we can save a spot for your kids and get all the free stuff ready for you. So plan your visit now, and we'll see you on Easter Sunday at 11 a.m. for the free Easter Carnival at Belief Church. I can't wait to meet you, Pastor Ryan. Right. So, okay, you guys are getting an idea. You don't have to use this like word for word. I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas here. Okay. So if you take that and you run that out, and then what I would recommend for the actual creative is I would actually recommend that you have some different people in your church create selfie videos, right, using a smartphone, right, and basically just use that as a script. There's a great app that you can download called Teleprompter. It's just a teleprompter app. And you can like literally just put that script in there, and then you're like holding it up and you're literally reading the teleprompter app as all that goes through, right? And recording your selfie video, right? So go have 2, 3, 4, 5 couples, right? Definitely have you as the pastor record that and then put it on social media, make that the creative for your Facebook ads, right? And I would just put as much money behind that as you can. I would create a traffic ad that goes to an Easter landing page that has all that same copy that we just talked about. You want your ad, you want all of your copy and your stack in your Facebook and Instagram ad to match all of the copy and Easter stack that's on your landing page. That's really important, right? And then you also want it to be consistent and to match your Facebook event and all of your social media posts, right? And all of your invite cards and everything else. It should all say the same thing, right? So now you can see we've got the same message, but we've got it on all these different mediums, all these different methods of getting it out to people. And if you do that and you get enough people, right, to see this, you're going to double or even triple your church on Easter. I say that because I've literally seen it happen hundreds of times over the years, because like I said, I usually do this every single year with about 200 churches, right? And I always just get hundreds of feedback afterwards, right? We do it live with hundreds of churches. Then in our program, we give that replay away to everyone who's in there. So people go back, watch the replay, and then I just get all this just flood of testimonies that come in. So if you do that, I think you're going to be really happy with the result. You're going to reach a lot of people. And guess what? You're not going to have to keep them with what you attracted them with. The Holy Spirit and Jesus Jesus will do that. So hopefully this was a blessing to you guys. Hopefully it helped you. I know I talk fast, man. I get excited. I grew up on the East Coast, so I talk fast anyway. And then when I get excited and passionate about like this kind of stuff, I talk even faster. So hey, one more thing. If you guys want, I've actually put together a free PDF of 101 church growth ideas you've probably never heard of, right? So if you like this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe, right? But you can also go over to churchfuel.com/101 ideas and you can download that free church growth PDF. That's my free gift to you. And you can download that free PDF. There's 101 church growth ideas you probably never heard of. Hopefully there's a couple other in there that are going to help you reach more people, all right? Bring in some new families and ultimately make heaven crowded. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Man, I am legitimately praying that God does exceedingly abundantly above and beyond all that you can ask or imagine, that everywhere the sole of your foot treads, you're on land that the Lord has given you, and that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, but every single thing you put your hand to will. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, hanging out on the channel. Man, we love you guys. Let's go make heaven crowded. We'll see you soon.